is a celebration for World AIDS Day 2013. It's a celebration of life. So this is going to be the fun part that's happening over at Aria. If you want to check out a bunch of dudes, men, dressed up in full makeup and... Okay, look, we all saw what is it, Tu Wong Fu? That one? Yeah.
With love.
Kind of like that.
Well, I mean, these are not people that just like randomly went up there. These are the people that entertain year round, correct?
Yeah, I mean, This is sort of a professional effort. It's not just, hey, we went and got Bob
Hey,
from down the
and
street.
you. Get over here, get a dress on.
Come here, guys. You got some feminine features. Why don't you get up on the stage?
You got size 11 heels?
Now, this is going to be a lot of fun, and but really, there's sort of a lot of heart behind this from the Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation, because you guys have actually seen a spike in youth and even elderly people who've been affected by HIV/AIDS.
Correct. The youngest we've had that recently become infected was 15. The oldest was 85.
Wow.
Now, you say become infected. Is that because they were born with it and didn't know? Or, I mean, are they sexually active? Or what are the reasons?
They were, for the youth, they are, of course, many of them are sexually active. They do not understand how the disease is transmitted because we don't hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
They don't teach it in the schools. So we try to get out, give the information to them, but unfortunately, we're seeing an increase in youth right now. And the elderly, a lot of them, they've had it for maybe 10 years and didn't even recognize or know they had it, and they were misdiagnosed.
Wow.
So they come to us a little too late.
Huh. That's just shocking to me that that even in the school that they wouldn't be saying something about it.
I guess it just seems like growing up, like I said, I grew up to the phase to where it was really, really scary, and then almost just kind of went away when I got out of high school. It wasn't even around. It was always, people were talking about STDs, herpes, chlamydia, like all those different ones that people talk about all the time, and that one just kind of got to the back burner. Like, oh, no one gets that. That's like New York stuff, or that's LA stuff.
That's the gay disease, man.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not going to get that.
To worry about
I'm
that.
not worried about that one.
But it affects a lot of straight men and women across the board. Right?
We do. A third of the clients we work with are actually women and children.
Wow.
So in South Texas, there are quite a few, and it's very scary every day having to tell people that they're infected.
Well, how long can someone go, or what's the average? Like, I mean, do people go for years having it, not knowing, and finally just something happens to the doctor, like, hey, you might want to check this out, and they do blood work, and then
most people
down?
find out they're infected because they've gotten very ill, and they end up in the hospital, and in the emergency room, they're told.
And I bet you that's the last thing they can think of. Like,
wow,
what?
Right?
Like,
they never would have thought, like, oh, 8 years ago, I met somebody, had a good time, and whoops.
Yeah,
I didn't want to think about that. Yeah. Thanks a lot. You start thinking, and if you've ever been tested before. Who's the comedian that does there's a comedian on right now in Comedy Central. He's like, and then you think about every crazy, questionable evening you ever had while you had to wait. Now you used to have to wait like 5 days, and now they can find out for you in like 5 minutes. I mean, how long does it take?
We can do a preliminary positive within it's 5 to 20 minutes. Yes.
Aren't there kits you can buy over the counter as well?
Yeah.
They are.
Not as accurate.
You don't have anyone, a professional, actually giving the test. So if you mess up or do something,
just you to scare yourself.
Right.
Yeah,
forget it.
Why don't you go jump
off?
We
went into the house and we saw this receipt, and where's he at?
There you go. 2 guys in the morning on C101.
This is Gino.
Write this down over here.
Just call me Bill. Call me Bill. Let's just leave it at that. Make it easy.
Hey, that's Bill.
Hey,
it's
Bill.
Gino. I'm Rex. We're talking about this big celebration of life. It's called Life's a Drag. We'll tell you what's going on with Aria coming up on the 1st in just a little bit. So you are with the Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation, Bill, and we have this big event coming up, Life's a Drag. What is your part in this? You're like are you the director? Are you the producer of this thing?
No, I'm the executive director of the agency.
Okay.
We have volunteers that are putting on the show for us. So.
And how many performers will we see out at Aria coming up on December the 1st?
I think we've booked 14.
14 now.
Whoa.
See, first it was like between 10 and 12.
It goes up, but of course you never know. If they break a hill or something, they decide not to.
Exactly.
Go on. You know how the gals are.
Or do the whole diva thing. I can't do this.
Not going out there.
I'm not working with these people.
Where are my gummy bears?
Amateurs. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Rex Gabriel will be singing all of the songs.
I didn't sign up for this.
What is that movie we were thinking of, Gino, with Ben Stiller, where the guy's like, I'll be playing both the parts of Jesus and...
Along Came Molly. Or Polly.
Polly, there you go. All right, so anyway, Life's a Drag, a big celebration of life. It's for World AIDS Day 2013. And really, it's to sort of keep this more of a top-of-mind thing because a lot of people, like Gino said, he's never even talked about it too much. It was one of those things that just the gay guy got who lived in the really huge city. And now you're seeing more of an increase even here locally from people getting this. They're young and both old alike. So it does definitely touch and threaten everyone. And a lot of people, is it just the basic understanding? I don't want to get in the clinical or the sexual nature of how people get this, but is there just a misunderstanding of how you actually get it?
There's a misunderstanding. A lot of people come to us thinking this disease has been eradicated, or they think we get all the time coming in saying, "Can I get the vaccine or can you give me the cure?" There is no cure. If you have it, you have it.
I'm here to turn in my monkey.
Right. So you'd be surprised how many the misconceptions out there. So we try to give them the knowledge to keep them safe.
Get people clear on how the thing actually works.
You can have a pet monkey.
Are you going to eat one of these cupcakes that I made or not?
No, I'm having a taco later. I can only have so much fat in my life.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on and telling us all about it. I'm going to put this on our Facebook page. And Gino, if you can share that on our website right there at c101.com on my personality page. Life's a Drag. It's a celebration of life for World AIDS Day coming up this Sunday, December the 1st over at ARIA. And give me the number again if somebody wants to find out more information about you, what you do, or about the event.
It's 814-2001, Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation.
Bill, thanks for coming on the show and telling us all about what's going on. 2 Guys in the Morning on C101.